Hey everyone, how are you all doing? Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends controller Build-A-Figure Wave Blue Marvel, aka Adam Brashear, and this is his Ultimates costume, not his classic costume, which I really hope we get at some point because both his versions of his costume are amazing, and the character of Adam Brashear is a phenomenal one, and I think if the MCU decides to do him, he will definitely be a fan favorite character for sure. And this figure perfectly encapsulates who Adam Brashear is and what his character is, you know, as the Blue Marvel and all that stuff. And I mean, obviously, as I've said multiple times, and I've said in the US Agent video, I don't like this body, but this US Agent, this Blue Marvel, and actually who I got right here, which I will be reviewing soon, whoosh, them all three being on this body, it's really changed my view on this body. Because, like, the biggest one that I hated of this body mold, because I think this is the Grim Reaper body, right? Is that what the name of this one is? If I'm not mistaken. I never got that figure, so I'm not 100% sure. But I hate that body. I hated it. And the biggest one that I could not stand was the Walgreens Punisher. There was just something, I don't know, I must have got like a one with like just riddled with QC issues. But I love this Blue Marvel figure. He's on this body, he has new pieces, and his only new pieces are his boots, his head sculpt, and his jacket, and his belt, actually. But everything else is reuse. And speaking of, let's take a look at what he comes with. So starting off on the figure, as you can see, he comes with 2 fists, and those are standard. Those are standard for what he comes with in the packaging. But then he also comes with a pair of the suited body hands, which I'm not quite sure why. Like, he should have come with, like, grip hands or something, but they chose to give him the suited hands in white, which is really strange. I'm not quite sure why they did that, and you can see, like, the veins and everything, because these are supposed to be, you know, skin tone hands, and this just looks real weird, to be honest. And, I mean, like, there's a use for them, but, you know, they're nothing too terribly special. A nice inclusion, though. It's better to have more accessories than to have less accessories, obviously. But then he also comes with these really beautiful blast effects. I don't really care for this effect. Like, I never really display figures with them, and all that, but I like the color of these, the purplish blue, and the thumbnail, obviously, which you'll also see at the end of the video, is, I love how it managed to come out. It looks so good with these, and I could not be happier with how that turned out. And now pulling in for a closer look, I love the head sculpt on this. This looks just like how Adam is supposed to look. And the jacket looks nice as well. It's got like all the stitch work and everything on it, the patches. His paint is beautifully applied too. Like, there's really no misses that I can see. Nothing that's too terribly noticeable anyway. Which is really nice because a lot of the time, you know, trying to put white on other colors and all that stuff, it's always a nightmare, and it's really good. Both this and the US Agent that I got are really good in terms of paint app. Same with the Iron Man. So this wave's pretty solid so far. But these boots, I really like these. I'm not sure. These are definitely not reuse of the Shadowland Daredevil, like in terms of the tops of the boots, but the feet definitely aren't. I think the boots as a whole are just new, and I really hope that we get these on, you know, future figures, because these are actually really nice boots. I like them. But his belt is really nice as well. It's got that silver. It's got that couple lines on his insides of his arms, as well as, you know, of course, the M's on the side and all that stuff. And the jacket is removable, but I don't really feel like taking it off because he looks so cool without it, but he doesn't look, you know, he doesn't look like this without it. He doesn't look like what your mind's eye thinks of when you think of this suit for Blue Marvel. And now taking a look at his articulation, his head can go up that far and it runs into the jacket, but you can get him into a flying pose. Can go down all the way, so you can get him like he's looking down while he's in a flying pose, or whatever you'd like. Got a little bit of tilt going on, rotation, shoulders go out that far, pretty good. Rotate all the way around, no butterfly joints or anything like that. Bicep swivel, double jointed knee or elbows. that go up that far. Both sets of hands are the back and forth, as well as the rotation, and then his torso can go that far forward, which is pretty good. That far back, which is also pretty good. Waist swivel. Legs can go out that far, which is not great, but Blue Marvel doesn't really need to be like super kicking somebody, so I think it's fine. But, you know, of course, you always like to have that option. His legs can go out that far and back that far. He's got thigh swivel, of course. Double jointed knees, which this is the biggest problem with this body, is that they can only go back this far because they never cut into the legs enough. So can literally go about 90 for a double bend, and it's really unfortunate, you know? He's got boot swivel, of course, and then feet can go back all the way up, pretty decent, and then, of course, ankle pivot. And now onto some size comparisons, or his fellow wave mates comparison. Here he's next to my repainted Iron Man, and then the US Agent, and I love this wave so far. I'm still debating on whether or not I want Thor. I like that suit, but I'm good with the Thor that I have, especially because I modified it, and I'll make a video on that soon, as well as making a video on this Iron Man soon as well. Because I have a new video series idea that I'm going to do, and I think that you'll all be very interested to see what that is, so that'll be coming soon.